nitubatangira muno kuhuliriza iraka lya Bunyoro kuruga kuno mu Diospara hano mu TGM Radio. nitubatangira muno kuhuliriza iraka lya Bunyoro kuruga kuno mu Diospara hano mu TGM Radio. nitubatangira muno kuhuliriza iraka lya Bunyoro kuruga kuno mu Diospara hano mu TGM Radio.
You're welcome, most welcome. Good evening, our viewers, our listeners. This is Iraka lya Bunyoro, the voice of the diaspora. This is Caroline Ajuna Ateenyi Kibuuka, who is your presenter today. I'm just honored to be with you once again, and thank you for tuning in. Please follow us on Twitter, our app, TGM app, and TGM app, and Facebook Live. Last week, we were able to host, or I was able to host, the Omtalindwa of Bunyoro Kitara, or Kurato rwa Bunyoro Kitara, Owekitinisa Honorable Kalembe Akiiki. Hati, today I am very privileged to be hosting the second Deputy Prime Minister and the Minister of Tourists, the Honorable Right Apollo Rwamparo Akiiki, and he will be talking to us in a very short time And just to remind you all that we'll be speaking in English and in Runyoro, the language that is spoken by the people from Bunyoro Kitara Development, Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom. I am going to be welcoming Owektinisa Honorable Deputy Prime Minister wa Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom, the Right Honorable Akiiki, Rwamparo, so that he will be coming to us and talking more about himself. Tinja kumubazaho muno habwokuba Owektinisa kyamaani, and I don't have that right to talk about him by myself. So Owektinisa Deputy Prime Minister Honorable Akiiki, webale muno kuija hanu kyalero kuba naitwe today. Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity, and I'm privileged to be hosting you today on this program, Eiraka lya Bunyoro Diaspora. Please introduce yourself to our viewers and listeners.
Webale muno, amabara gange nyewe Apollo John Rwamparo, anka nkobego abantu abamanyisize. The second Deputy Prime Minister omukama wa Bunyoro Kitara, akandi ekikaro kino nkimaziremu mwaka gumune kichweka komera kuba Minister, second Deputy Prime Minister kandi Minister of Tourism. But of course nebintu binde binkora kandi bimbaye ninkora omukasumike enyuma nkakasivi yange kokabogirozere tinkwenda kubyanjura byona abukuba kasanga abantu bagambire, but along the way nja kuba ninyongera nibagambira.
Thank you, webale muno Owektinisa Right Honorable Apollo Akiiki. Hati nkobo tugambire, you're the second Deputy Prime Minister Kingdom ya Bunyoro Kitara. Ninyenda otugambire ogambire oba viewers baitu the role of the second Deputy Prime Minister in this great kingdom, so that bamanye kiki ekyokola nka Deputy Prime Minister. Hello, Owektinisa. Owektinisa Honorable. Owektinisa Honorable. Mutugumikirizaho aba viewers baitu na Honorable agenda kuba natugambiraho obugambo buke ebyakora nka kingdom yaitu nka Deputy Prime Minister. Aija kuba natugambira in a very short time. I'm sure he's back online. Owektinisa Honorable okumpura.
Yes, ninkuhura.
Tugambiraho kiki ekyokora nka second Deputy Prime Minister, right? Is that the position?
Yes, that is it.
Yeah, tugambireho watugambire n'aba viewers baitu nabakutuhuliriza kiki kyokola nka Deputy Prime Minister Kingdom ya Bunyoro Kitara.
Ejo kubanza nko kakigambire ni second Deputy Prime Minister, but of course haiguru yanga aliyo Deputy Prime Minister only. Okubanza kandi nagiranizibwa habya culture rule byobuhangiranwa kandi hansi yanga aliyo third Deputy Prime Minister nakwatibwa ebintu reparations and restricted properties, ebintu byatwairo kandi ebintu bitukurwanira gara. Hati nyowe ekimuha binte binkora nka Minister wa Tourism kiri kyokurura nti ebyo buhangwa byona byobuhangirana byona bya Bunyoro ebikarumu nti mbiteira akatale kandi abantu babimanya kandi bajja babibungira kisobole kuba kimuha bya entahia ombukama bwa Bunyoro. Ekiyakabiri kiri kwijja na plan, strategic plan kurura okutura bikoraho omwaka gumu omyaka 5 rundo myaka 10 kurura nti ebintu ebyo tubiteireho kandi tubikonservingire tubirinzire habwa abandi abalijja omaiso. Okoso mulimo gundi ogunkora buli ku deputizing a Prime Minister. Prime Minister wabataroho asobora kundekeremu hamirimo ye nayo ningikora. Kandi of course na Prime Minister nawe asobora kundagira emirimo endi yona etali mu job description yange kuba ningikora. So ombigufu ebyo nibyo nkora. Culture around tourism sites za Bunyoro ziri nyingi muno kandi ziri nizigwa ombitebe bingi hakuba hariho eziri physical culture sites mu physical culture sites honka harimu categories ojja kusanga harimu earthworks nkezohura nkeza ensa za kateboha munsa n'ezindi then hariho ezindi eziri physical again nka forts nkokuhura fort Katasiha, fort Kitana, fort Kibiro, fort Fajao n'ezindi then harimu sites harimu n'ebintu ebindi ebituli suppose promotinga kandi binosanga obundi nibigwa omu jurisdiction etali yaitu nisanga nibigwa rundi nko NFA rundi mu Uganda Wildlife Authority nk'emiziro yaitu eya Bunyoro tuyina emiziro nyingi tuyina primates tuyina ebisoro tuyina ebinyonyi n'ebindi babikategorizinga as ecotourism batite tubikategorizinga nka cultural tourism habukwa nibikwata hamiziro yaita ya Bunyoro. Yes. Ekindi kiri ku identifying products is turasobora ku developing omu Bunyoro. Yemu haliyo erinka kabale garale nko kwa kagirozere it is a product it was developing ile teri physical teri kibati tukarora kabalega nko muntu mukuru mukama bayireho kandi mukama bayiranga no Bunyoro turasobora ku designing tuka developing a product egyo along name. It has been on for close to 5. We are entering the 5th year this year. Mukama barabatu yambire bya COVID bikarugaho. Then hariho omwani tubaire na omwani for close to 1,000 years mu Bunyoro. We are trying to develop a cultural trail ne kwatagana hamwani ogu and the ceremonies ezo mwani kwata hali ne kwato byago hali Bunyoro then to kulenga developing ebintu building nature walks homestay nebindi nikugamba biri bingi generally but of course most importantly is conservation abukati bintu tusobora ku promoting conserving so conservation and preservation ya ebintu bino nayo partly egwa mu docket yange kandi partly negwa mu docket ya culture.
Okay, webale muno wekitinisa kutugambira ebyokora nka Deputy Prime Minister wa Rukurato rwa Kingdom ya Bunyoro kandi nka tourist minister, also a minister in charge of tourist. Hati otugambira hebimu ebintu ebitwina mu side nka tourist sites zaitu ebyo bayino bazaho ebimu I know jagenda no bibazaga because I know we have so many of them. Kionka aroheki last week ayakagwize already tugambire tourist sites ezitwina Omunyoro Mugisa Robert Musinguzi he had a question and he asked Omutalindwa wa Rukurato yabaire ha program yaitu last week, why is it that the royal tombs are not open for tourism? Hatiwe nka minister wa tourism Omunyoro Robert Musinguzi okumugaruka mota
ekyo kubanza ngenda kusima mukuru Robert Musinguzi niwe Robert Musinguzi ngira abo ekikaguzo ekyo kandi nyana nokutwara omugisa guno ku clarifying ekikaguzo ekyakagwize royal tombs za Bunyoro zinamu nazo categories. Aroho tombs eza bakama abali abakama ba ngete post colonial or post protectorate nko mukama Kitehimbwa aroho mukama Dohaga mukama Kabalega nakatuza Bunyoro genzere arono mukama Dohaga amagasa nago mu Bunyoro kyamananu galiyo kandi njja kubalinga soboraho baitu kamaze mbazi hagasane yo kubanza eyo mukama Kabalega omukama babuhiro 1967 government ya Uganda ya coming up with the a Monuments and Antiquities Act 1967 ukugamba ebintu byone byegarure bitwale omwaka gwensanju nagumu omukama omukama Satito Unyobu yatuulize egasani ayizire kutabaza omukama Winyi Abanyoro bamukaguza obukama bugenzere kusebe ebintu bino akujja ku birolere yaragira egasani ya Kabalega bagi issuing with an instrument egyo nyinayo so effectively bagitwara mu central government.
Yes.
In fact zaali sites ibire kaba Mparo Tombs na Katase.
Okay. Owektinisa Prime Minister Jakuba Natuba. Yes.
Those are again government. But Kasani Yomukama Kabalega open for tourism.
Yes.
But ekizibu ekikira muno kubaho amagasani obagokeze 2010 Agabuganda. So na Bunyoro baba strict. In fact government yatulutya policy yatuleza n'abasirikale abagalina. So ekyo kubanza ngire kyabante kibatina bijwaro bya bamahero baraba abamebaroho nibatina kandi abamahabo nabo tibakozere kyamani muno tibaina customer care kulenga kurante bakozere kibalese abantu bano but omwaka guno nikutandika coming up with the guidelines ezo kubungira gasani zezo tuaba na tariffs ebintu bibaire bitaroho twetaina uniform tariffs wasobora genda Mparo kyokini bakugamba kutamu sente zino efulumire n'okugamba sente zino so ekintu kya tariff twakyamonaizinga ekintu kya guidelines and guides abakuba we don't want to open a gasani ataroho omuntu atakusobola ebikufa gasani.
I know.
So,
yeah.
Nikyo sometimes gabega tala accessible tutakwetaga abantu bagende kantu tungo kuswala.
Okay.
Then aroho gasani ya Kitehimbwa eri Masaka nalueyo mu Bangaizi County Kakomero District. Egyo nayo nkagendayo emyezi nkebire hingwireho nasanga family ye because royo negiterekerize kurungi so twayikiranganira na family tukya gifora a museum eyo mukama Kitehimbwa. Abako mukama Kitehimbwa no yabayire the first Christian post Kabalega king.
Yes.
So tulina bintu binde bitujja ku muhandika kandi akajja hali na mutu.
Okay.
Then gasani yomukama dohaga eri Kinogozi. Kinogozi kiri mu Buhimba sub county. Buhaguzi county Kikube district. Nayo nkagenda yo nkasanga yona bagisemeize na kuatagana na bakwatibwaho ali mu Church of Uganda. Akwe bintu bikire yomukama dohaga bikakira no kusigara mu Church of Uganda. Nayo tujja kukwataho tugitolenta abantu balesere tusoboire kubifora museum ya mukama dohaga kandi nitubaza hali biki ebyadohaga ebyakoze but most importantly kemeki yakoze wali ku inviting aba missionaries mu Bunyoro no kinguraho amasomero no ku encouraging abantu kusoma abakoba kandi menda kusigning agreement naitwe immediately dohaga tukova dohaga yagamba no tukujja kusigning agreement abantu batamanyire bajja kusigning abati basomero.
Okay.
So bakingura amasomo mukagadohaga na gandi then eventually for signing the first Bunyoro agreement in 1933 and subsequent 1955. Kosa aliona gasana endi eyo mukama Kiebambe Nyamutukura eri Nyamarunda Town Council kiri mu Kagadi district egyo niyo buyaga county enayo kagendayo nayo nasanga bagikozere eri gasana nungi tukwenda improving maybe kusobora abantu omukama Kiebambe Nyamutukura niwe omukama ayazaire omukama olimi omukama Kabuyo Kasusu kwanza
yego
abandize kuba mukama watoro so tukulenga kukwatagana na batoro especially mulaini omukama Kasusu kwanza nakunu tunengo kufrag promoting hamu kosa yona gasana endi ya Kiebambe Kamurasi Isekabalega in a very bad state nayo tukulenga kuramba kutwage kwataho ekaba kimwaki ya Burunduzi mu Bunyoro aliyo nezinde zo mukama dohaga mu Juiga aliyo mukama ruguka Macholia nyingi muno nezindi zinkujja kusobora hano but we're going to start with the key ones.
Wevale muno Owektinisa Honorable Deputy Prime Minister Robert, I think Minister wa Tourism atugarukiremu ekaguzo kyawe. And these are the royal tombs that we have in Bunyoro and some more others that he wasn't able to talk about today. Hati ninyenda kugarukamu ku what Robert yahabwize Owektinisa Honorable akigarukiremu. Hati Owektinisa Honorable Deputy Prime Minister aroho omunyo gwa kibiro. I just want you to tell us very much. I know that Kibiro salt, there is a Kibiro salt refinery, and I know it was one of the economic commodities that boosted the economy of Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom during its peak in the reign of Omukama Chwa to Kabalega. Omunyo guno, what is it still a commodity that Bunyoro is getting money from, or the economy is boosting using kikia kiro hamunyo guno gwa Kibiro and the capacity which is being produced?
Kubanza omunyo gwa Kibiro, according to archaeological studies, is carrying out in the 1950s and later on 1990s. Zika confirming anti-salt processing in Kibiro has been going on for consistently, by the way, for close to 1,000 years. And these reports also indicate that Kibiro is one of the few villages Uganda and possibly East Africa. Hala abantu bayikaire bali hamu kumala emyaka 10. Ekibayikaizeho muno Kibiro gubaire guli munyo. Omunyo guno kusigikira mu reports ezaturukire 1907 zihandikirwa Danba bagambaga omunyo gwa Kibiro nikyo kyali kimu niho abantu bayijjaga muno kujja kugulora kandi nigutahya muno sente mu Bunyoro. Bati bayenda gwita bagula pressing n'omunyo gwa Rugaga Buhindi. Omunyo guno at that time kusana gwamaraga Bunyoro kandi ogundi ne bagu exporting at the surplus. Habako population ekaberi entaito. But today, with a population of about 43 million people, and possibly another maybe 2-point-something million, this salt may not be enough. Ekiakandi omunyo guno will predominantly labor intensive kandi abakazi nibo gukoraho.
Yes.
So nokusoma nako okusoma kwa abantu muno okubagamba girl child. Ngenzere kwa bayihamu nuko gamba na production yomunyo guno yabete yongeire muno.
Yego.
Baitu go kyamananu omunyo guno gukyaliyo kyamananu omunyo guno was the currency, and it is one of the few commodities in the Bunyoro is for the Bunyoro a very powerful state. And the omunyo guno of course gwaherezagana abanyoro very healthy, have close to 80 mineral traces ezikuyamba ombite bitali bimu. Maybe ekinkwenda kuongeraho, I took the initiative okugambire one of the things I'm passionate about is developing cultural products. I took the initiative in 2016 nagu improving nagu adding value, package it very well, nagutwara bagu testing mu Uganda Industrial Research Institute basanga bampereza na mineral content yabo. So today it is available in a number of supermarkets in Kampala and possible up country, and it is indirectly being exported because we receive phone calls from Kenya and Congo.
Webale muno wekitinisa kumakinga sure nti omunyo gwaito gwa Kibiro gugenzere ha stalls omu supermarkets za Uganda, kandi nitunihira oja kuikara nokora na amani kutumakinga sure nti omunyo ogwo guli exported abokuba tukwenda Bunyoro egaruke hamapu ebene commodity eitukumanya nti kino kikuruga abokwana nyo bunyagandi mwana muto twakolesaga muno nibatugamba guno omunyo nigwo gukira mani. Thank you so much for telling us and working hard to make sure that this salt goes to the supermarkets and it is continued to bring money into Bunyoro. Owekitinisa, I know many people are calling in, people are asking Aroho abaina habuza hanu. There is no need to thank me. I'm a Bunyoro who loves no. That is just someone mujuni talking. Baitu njakuba ni ndoraga hanu ni kugamba aba ni nsoma yo buhabuzo abantu ebakwenda ugarukemu. Hati ni nyenda kuba ni kuhabuza nti omurujungo habo kwa abantu bandi tibakumanya Runyoro ebihabuzo byange nyina kubiteeka mu rujungu then woba explaining mu runyoro oba mu rujungu. Tugenda, what I know from your publications, you highlighted and said the need to push some museums and the British government here in the UK to return the artifacts the artifacts that were looted in 1994 by the British evading officers with the attitude of omukama chwaka balega of conquer or die. Kusingurwa ngwayo. Is this, how far have you reached with, because you have this attitude of kusingurwa ngwayo, how far have you reached with getting the artifacts that the British government and its war people, when they came to evade Bunyoro, took with them?
Abajungu kyamanano batahire muno batahire mukama kabalega kumuyihabulemi bakatwala ebintu bingi. In fact, they took quite a number of artifacts with them. Yes. They looted them, to be precise. These artifacts were looted and they are even holding them illegally. I want to thank a few individuals. He has really done, he did quite a lot. Yes. He did quite a lot when he was a PPS to bring this issue out, and he also published widely about the looted properties and where they were looted and which these cultural properties were looted. However, in 2011, Omukama Gafabu Saiguru, the first visited the Pitt Rivers Museum. That was in July, and indeed he found out that quite a number of these artifacts were housed in Pitt Rivers. And what the Omukama did when he came back, we sat with him. He told us, and we advised that he should write back to them. First of all, thanking them for keeping them in a good shape, but however, highlighting to them that some of these artifacts or some of these regalia, are very key to Bunyoro, like the Nyamiaro, the throne, and of course a few others, that these should be returned to Bunyoro. He did write to them, but the Bazungus were saying that what they have, what the throne they have, was from Bunyoro, but donated to them by Prince Nyabongo of Toro in 1919. Which one? It was not. The whole statement is misleading, because there is no way a king can give away a throne, which is the symbol of his power. And secondly, the person they claim is not from Bunyoro.
Yes. And
thirdly, there is nowhere it is written that Toro attacked Bunyoro and looted that regalia. But we engaged them, and we are still engaging them. We wrote to them and asked one for collaboration and the collaborative working and partnership, which they replied. And of course, they replied in a very funny way. And when they did reply, we have been exchanging emails, which emails are not yielding any tangible results. But however, the situation has changed from the time we started engaging them to today, because very many African countries have made it clear to them that they have made it clear to them that they want their cultural properties back to their countries. But they still insist, by the way. They say, we are going to loan them to you. They are going to loan them to Africans.
To loan our stuff.
Loan our stuff to us. Which to me is not very fair. And they also give conditions that we should put up museums. These properties were not taken from museums.
I know.
And I wonder how someone can give you a condition that you put up a museum.
Before we give what belongs to you.
Exactly. But having said that, they could be having a point, because we need 1 point where they will be collected. They are so much attached to them because they have been with them for close to 120 years.
I know.
Yes, and they know the value, which we may not know. So by insisting that we have a museum is also good.
Yes.
In 2011 or 2012, Talo had promised, as part of their corporate social responsibility, to put up a museum, for Bunyoro, where all these items will be collected. But somehow along the way, maybe Talo disagreed with the kingdom, because for them, they insisted that they first want to take people for training, which is again good.
Good, yeah.
But the Bunyoro were saying, no, let us first identify and seal of a place where the museum will be built. So that was part of the disagreement. But however, we are still pursuing it. But unfortunately, Talo has sold off its entire assets in Uganda, and soon they will be quitting. But I believe Total, the buyers, have inherited some of these liabilities and obligations.
Webale muno wekitinisa Honorable Deputy Prime Minister. I know people are calling in, people are sending in, some people are asking why are we not modernizing the salt? Why is that is from Akiiki, from US. Amot Daisy also asked the same question. Good news about the salt. So abantu bari happy about the salt and where we are moving, but they're asking why are we not modernizing this salt? I don't know what they mean by modernizing. Could you just tell us something soon? And we will soon be going for a break, and maybe you come back and talk about the modernizing of the salt to these people who have asked about this salt being modernized. That is Akiiki from US, Mot Daisy from UK, Alisa Tugonza saying it's good, the salt is on being sold. And so please, we will be going for a break, and we'll be returning, and then the Prime Minister will talk a little bit about the salt.
Nimuhuliriza iraka lya Bunyoro kuruga mu Diaspora on TGM Radio. TGM Radio.
Mwebale yoba viewers baitu, thank you so much for returning from the break. This is Iraka lya Bunyoro, brought to you by Bunyoro Kitara Development Association and Africans in London TV on TGM Radio. Mwebale muno kugaruka hati Right Honorable Deputy Prime Minister nkusaba ogarukemu just in short about why isn't the salt in Bunyoro being modernized. Honorable Okumpura, as we are waiting for the Honorable to return, I'm just going to read through a few comments. Mujuni from Mujuni, you're tuning in from where? You love Bunyoro, I know, you said that. And then we have Judith Bigirwa saying the salt is already in the supermarkets. Yes. Honorable Deputy Prime Minister Okumpura. Amot Daisy, you said yes, artifacts were looted. In 2001, we escorted Omukama Great to go to Oxford. Well done. And then, Honorable, are you back with us? Yes, hati abantu bahabwize habwakyo munyo gwa Bunyoro tiguku. Why isn't it not being modernized?
Tinkumanye kibakumanyisa by modernizing it. Abakuba munyo, it is either sold in its natural form and unrefined.
Yes.
There you have it. You'll have it with many of its mineral traces. Alternatively, you can refine it and remove all these mineral traces, and you use them to make food supplements. Sangam pharmacies and places like that. But having said that, it can be sold in its natural form for purposes of promoting tourism. And of course, Kibiro is also on a UNESCO tentative sites. Uganda, we only have 3 World Heritage Sites. Tuina Kasubi, Tuina Rwenzori Mountains and Park, then Tuina Bwindi. Then is on the tentative list, Ziritan, Aroho Kibiro, Aroho Ntusi, Ntusi Basin, Aroho Bigobiamugenyi, Aroho Nyero geometric rocks, and then Aroho Namugahinga. So UNESCO, once you talk of modernizing the whole thing, then UNESCO will pull out to some extent.
Okay.
But having said that, we can engage them and still agree and say, fine, we are going to maintain the salt gardens, but at the same time, we also want to increase the production.
Okay.
That is engagement. Kibiro is in the escarpment, and the road to Kibiro is not motorable. So by not having a motorable road, to some extent, has made this place not accessible, easily accessible, and maybe discouraged maybe there would be investors to come and invest in modernizing and improving on the production and possibly the quality of Kibiro salt. But
I guess that the roads are going to be worked on soon, aren't they? With us being with the oil, yeah.
No, the government has a program of working on tourism roads.
Okay.
So Kibiro, the state is a stretch of about 9 kilometers, has been earmarked as one of the tourism roads. So certainly, you're right. The road to Kibiro is going to be tarmac.
Okay, there is someone here, Judith Bigira, is saying, what is the marketing strategy? I think about the salt. This is we just need to answer this question quick because we are running out of time. What is the marketing strategy that you have for this salt?
The first marketing strategy was we have put it in tins, we have labeled it and put it in the shelves in the supermarket. Then of course we're going to continue talking more about it, but you must talk more about it when you have sufficient capacities.
Okay.
We have also taken it to pharmacies. We are trying to segment the market because there is a market, any health conscious, so that one can find it in pharmacies or Koguriyo. Of course, shelves of supermarkets generally for people to buy it. And we shall continue engaging and promoting it in whatever media like we're doing right now.
Okay, good. Thank you. Hati Owektinisa, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister wa Tourism. I know the Kabalega rally is at your heart, and it is your baby. You're the one who founded it. Am I right? Honorable? Hello, Honorable Kumpura. Sorry, we are losing the Honorable, but he's going to come back. Rohano, you're back. Hati Owektinisa, Honorable Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism. I know I have read in your publications, because you're a writer, and you've talked about Kabalega Rally, which is at your heart, and it is your baby because you founded it. Yeah, right? Am I right? Hati Owektinisa atugenzereho. Sorry, people, we are going to bring him back.
Yes.
Yes. Can you tell us more about the Kabalega Rally that you founded and which is your baby? I know you love it so much.
Yes, I'm back.
Go to Gambino Kabalega Rally. I know you love it. It is at your heart. It's your baby. You're the one who founded it. And I know it brings a lot of income in Bunyoro when it happens every once in a year. Is it on the calendar of the kingdom? So what about the Kabalega Rally? Could you just tell our viewers and listeners about it?
Yes, as you rightly put it, Kabalega Motor Rally is my brainchild. Tukagitandika omwaka kwa 2016.
Yes.
And the organizers of Kabalega Motor Rally, Nivo Uganda United Motorsport, a club of Uganda, Nivo to organizing this activity. And we have had about 4 of them, and we are meant to have the 5th one during the Independence weekend of this year. But unfortunately for COVID, I don't know trust Kubanakyo, and I don't want this rally to be grabbed from us. So no kwenda kuterera Abanyoro watanize to maintaining this rally. And it has improved over time. The first one, motoka zagendaga zonka, then the second one, twatunga ibakweta double circuit. One of the reasons that prompted me to get into the Kabalega Motor Rally is
sorry.
I wanted to promote Kabalega, who also is I'm the second generation. I am Kama Kabalega. Then secondly, my late uncle Major David Ndahura was the pioneer, one of the pioneer rally drivers in East Africa. And unfortunately, he perished in a motor accident.
May he rest in peace. Yeah.
1970. This rally is very good for Bunyoro. First of all, a map. Over now, everybody knows Kabalega Motor Rally, organized by Moscow, the 6th of Bunyoro. And it is always towards the end, which really attracts quite a number of viewers.
Yes.
And the Ekikitera map. Secondly, there are quite a number of people abaruga hero abaija Bunyoro. Abali batamanyire kyonkane baletwara arena. So when they come to the flagging off Hakataseha Fort, which is a historical site, so they get to know the historical sites, and they get to know. Of course, we also take them to other sites like the underground tunnels, the Kabalega tombs, and Watwarana. The sites is in the thirdly, people earn a lot of money. Because the first motor rally, it brought about 2.6 billion shillings to the local economy of Bunyoro. And the first rally, it was organized between Hoima and Masindi. So it was Masindi, but of course, the second one, it was quite expensive for the motor rally drivers. So Masindi to Agiham to Asigaza to maintaining the Hoima, but to give him permanently. we will reconsider it when we get more and quality sponsors at
Yes.
later time. Garwire Hoima, we have been visiting, we have been taking it to some other places in Bugambe. Bugambe is one of the oldest tea estates.
Yes. Yeah. We are missing the honorable, but he will come back. Bugambe, Nahera Bayo, Omu Majani.
Was among the first 6 tea estates, I think. Abantu bali bamanyire ntamajani gabatoro gamabushenyi baite bakagasanga Bunyoro kandi gari gaingi.
Yes.
Kaijo babisanga bamanyire mu east babisanga biri no Bunyoro. So basically we are really doing a lot, and this rally grows bigger and bigger every year. And we have a vision, by the way. We have also introduced other attractions within this rally.
Yes.
Initially, it used to be the circuit and the main rally. Now we have the kart drifting, we have the kart racing, a formula, but
wow.
at a smaller scale.
Wow,
and
amazing. Yeah.
We intend maybe to have some sort of carnival in the next maybe 1 or 2 years to accompany this rally. And we have the entire week as the rally week.
Wow, amazing. Deputy Prime Minister Waito okozero mulimo mu koto. Tuina na Formula 1 soon in Bunyoro. Yes, Bunyoro is going to become great again. Hati aroha na bantu abakusima Honorable Deputy Apollo John Rwamparo webale kugara kabalega motorale. Thanks for keeping the blessing and the memory and the legacy of Omukama Kabalega. Oh yeah. Abandi Alisa Tugonza Ateenyi na wasimire webale ku packaging omunyo. Hadija Kisembo Mbabazi chairperson White wa Bunyoro Kitara Development Association nawe is watching with us. Judith Birigwa, Judith Kisembo, I think. Nawasimire abantu bakusima. Thank the network is poor. Yeah, sorry about that. Hati owektinisa ebyo nibyo abantu bali following bakubaza kyonka otugambire a very good thing. Webale muno owektinisa kufoundinga oba kutandikaho Kabalega rale nokuleta sente ezo zona 2.5 billion a year. Amazing. Hati, I just want... Yeah? Sorry, I didn't get you there, but yeah. Hati Nkwenda, just to quote you in one of your publications you wrote, if tourism and business is to develop in Bunyoro soon, be home to the second international airport, right? I advise the media houses to get the opportunity to know Bunyoro Kitara's history well and always report about the region accurately and positively. What is Hatia question Young? That's what you said in your quotation in one of your publications. Question Young inkwenda to align with this quotation that you wrote is, what is the importance of us knowing our history and culture, so that these people also know the importance of reporting our history in the wrong way has an impact on us as Banyoros. Owektinisa.
Keep talking.
Sorry, Owektinisa, we have lost you again. Baitu Mujuni Edward.
No mpurati.
Egon Kuhura, webale muno. What is the importance of us knowing our history and culture, or history/culture?
Ekyo kubanza ensi zona ezikurakuranye zibere nebyafaayo byazo, either mu kulwana, mu economy, mu production, no bintu bitali bimu. So hato mu Bunyoro naitekiri nikihika. It is extremely important that we know our history, where we have come from and where we are headed.
Yes.
As for example, Bunyoro was self-reliant in terms of weapons, maybe 300-400 years ago. Today, we don't make any weapon. We have not improved on these weapons, and we have not reflected back. hali twarugire and kuba n'omutima ogwogamba no, we must be creative and innovative. And our culture, by the way, they were reflected on bintu ebitukora engoye ezitujwara, ebyokulya ebitulya, ebintu ebitukozesa omumaka and things like that.
Yes.
So kituhereza value, kituhereza standing in community, kituhereza ebintu bingi muno. For example, ate kisana kitukuze ekya Bunyoro kitara, it speaks a lot about Bunyoro.
Yes.
And this song was sung maybe about 50 or 60 or 50 years ago.
Yep.
But we still sing it today. The only thing maybe we have changed are the instruments, but the lyrics and the stanzas have remained the same. So it is important kumanya hali turugire akwa kituyamba kumanya hali tugenda and how to be creative and to change our communities, abana baitu kubegesa engeso, and even to send quality a human resource out there and the ambassadors.
Yes.
And for example, in murugire Bunyoro kuno nkururo joye nk'abanyoro hano because buri muntu nakura amanyire Bunyoro agamba obwa Bunyoro. So this is why it is important kumanya history yaitu, kumanya culture yaitu, valuing, and when we have our culture we can package it and sell it. You cannot believe how many people come to Bunyoro to witness empango outside Bunyoro. Abantu abaija Bunyoro kurora our traditional dance nkorunyege nk'empango, because empango you happens once in a year, and really abantu batwegomba na tuhura ntwenyumizamu nk'abanyoro. Nete kitongeraho kuba tuli kandi no to walk, with our heads high.
Thank you so much, Deputy Prime Minister. Aroha Numujuni Edward is asking, how can we contribute money for our new palace? Our palace is really in a bad state. I'm sure we can do it together. Hey, Bunyoro, we can do it together. How can we contribute money? Mujuni Edward is asking.
Let me first correct this.
Yes.
Ekikali tikiri kubi muno as maybe Mujuni kwa Kigamba.
Ego. Mboine bisani recently bibaire birungi muno ebikurabamu.
Recently, yes, ekikali bakombeka perimeter wall which is about 900 meters. I think hari kubaliza hano haihi ehoire. It's almost done.
Yes.
Then last year towards empango ekikala ekyo nkujuka tukakisiga rangi. Ekikala ekyo I was there in about 2-3 months ago. We have really furnished it. If you go in the living room, kiona kikusoka kurungi, well furnished with the leather seats and things like that. Yes. But of course in kokwa gambo mukikala abamuna amajuganda agabamu ago. So we also want to creatively ensure that for the materials start kuja kuchweka. Of course amabingo reeds are part of ekikala.
Yeah.
We are also looking at using bamboo. A lot of bamboo taitogo to take bukusana kamabingo, you may not differentiate.
Yes.
But it may take about maybe 10 years kusiskara. Then traditionally omukikala haikaramu enkorongi nizo ente zomukama. Nazo bundo buzija nizitere ebisiike bizo zibazitakumanya amabingo biki.
Yeah, ziri abulya.
Bicho. And I think we have a program, and I remember we passed a budget. You're maintaining ekikala ekyo nokusahaho. We also want to buy a small tractor. Akarekaraga nikasaha kikala aho nikagaruka nikasaha na Rwamparo.
So how can we donate?
Donating amanzi kwenda creating inflationary. Donating, I think first of all, I may not answer that question in Komuntu, but what I'm going to suggest, I'm going to take that idea and there are people who are willing to donate.
Yes.
But we need maintaining is also money. Okay. And Kukura is the one-off expenditure, but maintaining is we're supposed to have that revenue. So ngia kitwara on bagenzi bange mu cabinet organizing like a committee that will be responsible for that.
Thank you so much, Owektinisa. Mujune Edward bagarukiremu Owektinisa agenda kutwara that suggestion to his colleagues in the kingdom, then batugambira how to donate. Gina Osborne, thank you for watching. I guess your parents are watching also from Barbados. Morina Linda, thank you for watching. Owektinisa hati tura obwire tusigaizeyo buke muno kyo 6 minutes. Nkwenda obazaho kataito muno ha airport ya Bunyoro International Airport. I know abantu bandi bagamba it's hot. It's bringing hot air. It's destroying the environment. Abantu bali happy. Then yotugambireho keke muno ha mafuta. I'm sure you'll be coming back to talk more about the airport and the gas being the site places for tourism too.
Ekyokubanza at the airport eriyo bakugicorrect not hot air naho nkabayo nkabayo March before the lockdown. I think we're about 30 or 40%.
Yes.
And this airport should be up and running by 2022 April.
Wow.
The contractors are SBI and Colas. Colas is a British company, and we are hiring a center to Kora Airport. That is one. And in a runway 3.5 kilometers, but in an additional 1.5 kilometers. Habukubijja kuba ne enyonyi enkoto buno atno 10 izikuhimba 80, 120 to 140 metric tons. Izikujja kuba ne zikuwa so bakagikola eri nkoto. Secondly, this airport it happened bakagyombeka eri on a cultural side ekichweka ekiri culturally sensitive.
Yes.
But we are trying to sort out that issue with the relevant authorities. They were misled. Babagamba nti abantu abaroho ni babo, they compensated the wrong people, bali bakongolize n'abandi.
Wow.
But I recently went there and discovered so many underground tunnels. We shall engage government about the ownership. Ekyogamba that the airport is going to degrade the area, I think that's not true. Because if you look at airports in Kahithro and others, after 2 or 3 minutes, and the Haliziri, I don't think kuno mu Bunyoro it will be that bad. Let us not discourage or chase away investment in the name of trying to conserve the environment. And it's going to be the second international airport. And this airport is going to promote Bunyoro in terms of tourism. First of all, it sits in the middle of the Western axis. This Western axis in 8 out of the 10 national parks in Uganda, meaning you land directly into Bunyoro, and you can decide to move northwards, Mukabalega and Kidepo, or you move southwards to Rwenzori, Bwindi, and places like that. So it's a big opportunity and a big asset, excuse me, a big asset to us. Let us encourage it and let us position ourselves to tap into the opportunities that will come with this airport. They have continuously come to us, and we have been telling them things like that. And of course, agriculture is also going to be another thing. The carbon to engage into agriculture, so that when what to use this airport export. Let us not criticize it. I have sat with these people. I think the idea is good, and it doesn't have any big problem so far.
Thank you so much, Owektinisa. Sorry, tugenda in a second. I won't ask you to give the last comment unless you really have one word to say to our viewers, and then we will be leaving the air soon.
Ninyenda kumanza kusima abantu bwana bali batuhuliriza kano no kuikara and mutuhuliriza and to keep engaging us. We are open for we are ready to listen to you, and we are open to constructive criticism.
Thank you.
Thank
you so much, Owektinisa, Deputy Prime Minister wa Bunyoro Kingdom, Honorable Apollo Rwamparo Akiiki kutuhektinisa kuija ha program yaitu sponsored by Bunyoro Development Association na Africans London TV eri ha TGM radio. Webale muno kutwekitinisa kandi tuija kubantu kweta again otugambire obugambo buke hali airport na oil. I know you've written a book about oil cars. the oil cars, I think. So tukwendo jo tugambire tukutina amafuta gano gagenda tuletere ebizibu baitu. I think ojja kuba noikiriza garuka again kutusobora ebintu ebikufa amafuta, of course, to elaborate more about the airport. Thank you so much, viewers, for tuning in today on TGM Radio. Haira Kariya Bunyoro, brought to you by Bunyoro Kitara Development Association, UK na Africans TV, Africans in London TV, ha TGM Radio. Mwebale muno muikale ni mutuninga in every Sunday, same time, 7 o'clock, and have a lovely evening. Thank you. Bye.
Babiri balibo mu muhanda, babiri balibo mu musiri, babiri bali baba byambire, omwali chwalwa omwali siga, omusuma aliba naiba, wamalaya na yetunda, omwenge na huta. Hey, ingwara ne gamba, simanyira likusanga nkaha, liba mundongo no digita, obo liba WhatsApp, no kwanira obakabandi. Saimu yoye hoireyo, akalimika kubara ready. Mwikirize geheneriye balizire wegaruke muni bukyali embabazi nizikyalo boli karuko museno nganyire libetsa kyakora Yesu nyowe unyambaga onsanganye tekanize nganyira abansobeize nyamatali byo mugenda engwara eri hayi kugamba
Kuija kuhuliriza Iraka lya Bunyoro kuruga mu Diaspora on TGM Radio. Mwebale muno kuija kuhuliriza Iraka lya Bunyoro kuruga mu Diaspora